thank you for tuning into this video. As you can tell from the title, it is a Q&A. So you guys want to know more about me, I'm going to read off all the questions that I got in my DM. So let's get started. So when is my birthday? My birthday is January 14th. I'm a Capricorn and I'm 21 years old. So it's that. What school do I go to? If you haven't watched the welcome to my channel video, like the very first intro video, please go do that, because if any information doesn't answer your question, then I'm pretty sure it answered it in that video. So Alcorn State University in Mississippi, that's my HBCU, and I major in mass communications. Where do I live? I live in San Antonio, Texas. The ones who live here, y'all know, like, whether you live in, you know, like what small city you live in around San Antonio, it's just easier to tell people just San Antonio, because we on the outskirts, because they're gonna be like, where is that? Oh, what's that? Like, where is that? I never heard of that. San Antonio. Am I in a relationship is the next question. I'm in a happy relationship, y'all. My man, we've been together for almost 2 years, and I really love him, and I feel like when you can be best friends with the person that you're with, it makes it more, it makes it interesting, it makes it more genuine to me. So I definitely want y'all to stay tuned to the channel, because there will be a video with more information about him. So y'all stay tuned. So my career goals was another question. A few people actually asked me what were my career goals. So 1 or 2 degrees right off the belt. So after that, I would like to intern at a radio station. I do have my dream radio station in mind, but after being an intern, because I know you have to start small, what I want to do is have my own show at that particular station and then grow past that. I want to go to performing arts school so I can know all the ins and outs of acting, because that is my long-term dream, to be an actress. And I don't just want to jump out there, because it's like when you have a passion, you know you could do it. Like, this is what I'm meant to do. This is my God-given gift, but it's like you gotta learn. Like, you gotta learn the ins and outs before you actually get put in the field. So that's why I want to go to performing arts school and accomplish that. And then aside from the media situation, I want to invest and create a salon slash educational facility. So by this I mean, these are my rules. So coming to this salon, like, it's gonna be convenient for little girls, older women. Like, it doesn't matter who's getting their hair done, but it's going to be affordable. And then the educational part of it, I want people to be able to come there and get trained on how to do things the right way. And it's not going to be spending your life savings, purchasing a license, basically, like getting a license, because everybody can't afford to do that. So I just want people who are at a disadvantage to be able to still benefit like those who are financially able to do things like that. So that's my business dream. And then lastly, I want to be a social reformer. And I told y'all at the very beginning when I started this channel that I want to, be heard on certain things, because I feel like, especially with this generation, our thoughts are not always heard, or they're maybe assumed by, those who are older than us, because they might think we don't have as much experience, this, that, and the third, with whatever field. But I want to be a social reformer and just have the platform to be able to give those who don't have a voice the voice that they need to have in issues that pertain to them. So that's my career goals. And family, I guess by family, like who all in my immediate family, but right now it's me and my mom and my dad, but it's been like that, my whole life. But I do have a sister. I love her to death, and she has blessed me with 2 sweet babies, y'all. Those are my nephews, and that's curing my baby fever right now. So I'm very appreciative to her for that. But yes, it's us. It's just us. Who is my favorite artist? Now, people already know I'm obsessed with Tory Lanez, like, but you gotta get past, you know, like girls. I'm not even gonna say girls. I'm gonna just say me. Like, you gotta get past me, you know, liking the outside figure. Like, I like the music that's produced. I'm sorry. I like the energy that I get from the music. You know, like you can just tell when somebody's genuine. And then going on the same track as that, my favorite female artist is Kehlani, and it's the same thing with her. Like, she's just real. She's genuine, and a lot of artists now are that, you know, they bring their real selves to the table, but it's not always the case. You know, some people, they do it because they think that's what they're supposed to sound like, or that's what they're supposed to look like. But, you know, the ones who are not going on that track, you know, they tend to go further. They tend to resonate more with me, at least, because I know they're being genuine. So those are my top two favorite artists. My favorite brand of clothing, it would be Shein, because they don't discriminate against different body types. Like, you could see a, you know, like a tiny little girl, like, oh, that's a cute shirt. Like, you know, it makes whatever, you know, accentuate. Oh, or you could see, oh, she's thick, like, she's thick, like cold grit thick. And she's rocking that dress. Like, you know, it really complements her shape. I like that. I like a brand who can, you know, cater to all body types, whether you're male or female. You know, I like the brand that can do that, and they do that. Okay, how long have you been doing hair? I've been doing hair, well, other people's hair, since I was 11. I've been doing hair since I was 11, and, you know, of course, we gotta start somewhere. Like, I was doing, like, if I was close with you at school at the time, like, you know, I would do that. Or if, like, we went to church together, and, you know, like, word of mouth, y'all. Like, oh, Ebony can do hair. Oh, Ebony, you should go to Ebony for this. And it was never the money. It was never about the money for me. And that's why, you know, how it is today is still not. People be shocked. But it's like, back then, even now, like, the biggest lesson I've learned is just, like, it's the relationships that are formed that are the most important. I know, like, if this became a job, a sole job, yeah, honey, I need to get that coin. I gotta pay this bill, like this, that, and the third. But it's not all about that. So it's not like, for me, it was never about, like, charging just out of pocket prices. You know what I mean? So I've been doing hair for 11 years now, and, you know, you grow, you know, as time goes on, and then you learn more techniques, you know, this, that, and third. And then that's why I encourage a lot of people, like, girl, learn how to do this. Or, like, you know, even males, like, oh, you wanna know how to do this? Like, it's super easy. You could do it yourself. That's just saving money. Like, and no, that's not cheating yourself out of anything, because you might know how to do something that someone else doesn't know how to do. So you just gotta take it with a grain of salt. But you also have to share your blessing too. If you know how to do something and you know somebody else could do it, teach them. They might come to you like, Ebony, you can't nobody do it like you. I know that. But, you know, you just want to be able to share as much convenient stuff as you can with other people, and that's something I've learned with that too. So let's see. What's my favorite hairstyle? With my natural hair, it would be just the fro bangs all in the face, just wild and free. Like, this only works with a second or third day braid out, twist out, you know. But because it just don't be enough definition on the first day of a twist out, at least. So that's my favorite style. And then I love a good wig, honey. Just throw it a little bit, let it blow in the wind. I love wigs, but I'm 50-50, y'all, like, with the natural and the wigs and stuff like that. And then as far as, like, weave styles, box braids, like colored box braids, are my favorite. So, because I think that goes with every look, you know. You could dress it up, you could dress it down. So I really like those as well. My hair preference to use for, what kind of hair do I like to use for styling? I'll just use braids for an example. When it comes to braids, I like using expression hair, pre-stretched, because it just cuts out half the work. You don't have to cut it and like pull it apart, because it's already there. So nothing is blunt. They just kind of end naturally. So I like to use pre-stretched hair. But not only for braids, I like to use the pre-stretched bundles, because if you get a color, if your hair is red, if your hair is yellow, your hair is purple, it's blue, you can buy a pack of that. I don't know what to do with my hair today. Like, okay, brush it up, whatever product you like to use, put it in a ponytail, a little small bun, attach one of those bundles. You can have a jumbo braid. You could design it. You could have a ponytail, top knot. Like, those come in handy when you don't know what to do with your hair. So I would say that's my favorite. Are you ready to go outside? Don't I look ready to go outside? Like, I'm not gonna get dressed to stay in the house. Like, I just really want to be outside now. 6 days out of 7 of the week, you know, I do 70% of my workout outdoors. Like, and that's a good way to stay active. Like, I encourage y'all to do that, but that's not cutting it. I want to be at the mall, back on campus, back in band, like at the movies, just everywhere but in the house. So yes, I'm ready to go back outside. But I know when the time comes where we can all do that, it's going to be worth the wait. So I just, you know, take this time to reflect on myself and, you know, like focus on things. Just maybe some things had to shift, you know, and that's not always a bad thing to take a pause. So I'm not mad that we're in here, but you know, it's okay because it's all in the timing. So when it's time to go back outside, I will be ready to do so. And the last question is, what is my weird obsession? Y'all, I mean, I don't know if it's weird. I know some people who watch it. Like, I'm addicted to watching ASMR videos. Like, not like the touchy ASMR videos, but the food. Like, that food be looking so good. Like, just how they have it set up on the plate and then the crunching and stuff. But in real life, I can't take too much of that. Like, not if, you know, chips, like crunchy. I'm not talking about that. But like eating, sometimes when I hear somebody smack, or if I can hear everything going on in here, like, I don't know. But watching somebody eat on the computer, I don't know, y'all. I don't know what kind of effect that has, but it's just like, I'm watching it, let me get my plate. Like, but sometimes it curbs my appetite too. So it's like, I'm not as hungry after I watch her eat, you know, a plate of tacos or something. But that's my weird obsession. So to the ones who sent in questions, thank you guys for doing that. I hope you learned a little bit more of me from this video. And if you have more questions, like, don't be afraid to put them in the comments below or send them to me via my social media DMs, which will be at the end of this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want you to stay tuned for the next one. Please be safe and stay healthy.